So my supposition, so I got a new song out today, my supposition. I got a song, Wizard of Oz. Well, I got a bunch of songs that got deleted off my channel, so I'm re-uploading them. So my theory is that Freemasonry, well, it's of the Knights of the Templar. It's the devil's system. Yeah. It was the Moors. They banked on the blood of the Lord. So the Moors dipped their hat in the blood of the Lord, and they banked on the blood of the Lord. The Masons, they went with the all-seeing eye. Yeah, they went with the all-seeing eye and the compass. So there's a group called the Demoles, and these are for 12 to 21-year-olds. And so their youngest group, right there, the Crusaders. They kind of look like Vikings, if you ask me. Yeah, they kind of look like Vikings. And so the youngest order of the lodge system shows the markings of Freemasonry right there. Oh yeah, in this video, I show the movie The Double O Kid. And how it connects to the job of 9/11. Yeah. Everything. See that? Dynamite, airplanes. The Corey Feldman character. And so basically they show the plot of 9/11 right there. They knew about it. That was in the year the Trade Center got bombed the first time in '93. They seemed to already have the plan for 9/11 in place. And maybe that first bombing was a chance to get their inspectors on scene and check it out. It's the Wizard of Oz, it's the Wizard of Oz. Alright, that's what it's about. The Wizard of Oz is the Pharaoh King of the Bible, of the book of Ezekiel. The movie Dragnet is about his capture at the hand of the Son of Man. That is my witness. As I believe, it's King Arthur. Alright, so the lowest group, it's based on Jacques de Molay, from the town of Molay. So he's Jacques of Molay. So you don't even know the guy's real name, first of all. He's just Jacques of Molay. And he's the final Grand Master of the Knights Templar. So he was a Grand Master. A wizard, perhaps? And so these are the different logos that people also searched for. The Loyal Order of the Moose. I think that was Fred Flintstone's lodge. The Ancient Order of Hibernians. I never even heard of them. Rotary International. Independent Order of the Oddfellows. Oh, that sounds like a spooky bunch. Or just the Oddfellows, right? Don't mind us. Don't mind if we do. Look at the Trilateral Commission. Very much like the recycling symbol. The Trilateral, the Trident, the Trifork of the Devil, the Bermuda's Triangle. To triangulate, the Trilateral Commission has triangulated around Judah and Israel. The Shriner, that is the Pharaoh King right there. That is the headdress of Fehu. Fehu is F-E-H-U. Fehu, Ferun, the Run man, is Pharaoh of the Bible. And so now it's a hidden role with these odd fellows, these moose knuckles, The Kiwanis, the Key Club, the Burbank Key Club, is it? The Kiwanis Club? The Montfort Culture Association. So yeah, that was it. It was the Key Club at Burbank that fucked us the whole party. And they anointed themselves as the most talented and special people in the school. One little group anointed all their little friends to have special portraits taken of themselves and immortalize themselves as the Key Club of Burbankia. And so they got them already in their societies, and the teachers showed them how to get the girls into a party and have your way with what they call the betas or the submissives, and they make the dominants. Oh yeah, it gets spooky with those secret. See, God told us not to practice secrecy. Our Constitution is not about a land of secrecy. These people made the world about secrecy and took over our government. And what is the result? World war, poverty, disease, and the worst form of fucking rap music you ain't never done heard. Even to the point where Billy fucking Ray Cyrus is back on the radio. I know. I never thought it would get that bad myself. It was like, seriously, Billy Ray Cyrus is back on the fucking radio? Yeah, how did he get on the radio the first time? I don't... Secret societies. Secret societies. Royal Order of the Jesters. Ah, the Joker in the card. See, here's a card right here. I already showed this in some other videos, but this comes from 1906 in Las Vegas. The Golden Gate Casino, 1 Fremont Street. The year before Bugsy Siegel was even born. See, these old jesters, they found a way to have a party a long time ago. And they were what you call slave masters. But sometimes they just acted like they were poor little farmers. They didn't run the plantation, see. They don't live in Van Nuys where the whorehouse is. They live in North Hollywood, Van Nuys adjacent, you see. That's just like a symbol for how they roll. Yeah, hands clean, right? Shh, no records. It was all through a wink and a nod. The International Association of Rebecca. Oh. The International Association of Rebecca. The Rebeccas. The Rebeccas are out there. I never even heard of the Rebeccas. And then you get the college system, and they get them in college. So if they haven't already got them in the Key Club, if they haven't got them in this club, a club, you're in a secret club now, the Math Club. You can go from the Eagle Scouts to the Fraternal Order of the Eagles, you see. And then a Pi Kappa Phi. And these are they might lead. Ooh, Sigma Phi Epsilon, the Epsilon Center down here in the psychological research of the Nazis through psychedelic drugs and fracturing people's mind and destroying people's lives for their own benefit, as they tried to do to me at the Kaiser's Hospital. Kaiser means Caesar, by the way. Caesar Neron. And they brought me into his hospital and put me on ketamine for a shoulder injury. So they give you a schizophrenic drug designed for a cat's mind because these are the wizards of Egypt. Who the hell knows how to get into a fucking cat's mind but a wizard, okay? But the Lord protected me. And my only thought was the Lord. And so the AI that was studying me through that system or whatever the hell happens in that conscience realm, the demon or whatever, or just in my own mind, I was protected from the evil that they tried to put into me. This is an example of a rigged deck. Part of the holes are stamped wrong, like these two cards. See, the holes are supposed to line up, but they don't. Where most of the cards would line up and the holes, you could see through them. But there was a set of pairs that didn't line up. A straight run through the deck of pairs that didn't line up. Like someone did that on purpose, you see? And then they could, boom, flip that as they deal it, or you're never going to see it anyway. They're just cards, right? And they got holes in them. So, card games can be rigged on a lot of levels. Cards could be painted now with a digital signal where the casino could even read the thing and you'd have no way of knowing it. If they can make a tattoo on you that's a signal, they can make a signal out of that. And so you don't play games at chance. You don't trust the lottery they show you on TV because you're not there when they're filming it. But right across the California border, there's Prim, Nevada, and then there's the lotto store right there. The California lottery store is right across from Prim, Nevada. So you gotta wonder which way the numbers flow. All right, so you got the Demoles, they get them young. I told you about King Arthur, the Knights of the Round Table, the collection tray of the church. They print the money and then they collect the sin tax as they bring in all the sin. Kind of a shitty game by the devil. Yeah. He doesn't try to give you a clean kingdom. He tries to give you a casino full of pitfalls and hookers. STDs, gunshots, car accidents, Aaron Brockovich cases, and every other bad shit on the board is all we're dealing with now. And they're just letting more in, because that's the game. To keep you playing while they kill you, as they sit in paradise. Yeah, they don't even live in America most of the time. If they do, it's in a private, really nice place. Most of the time they have spreads in, well, South America, the Caribbeans, Europe, other nations. Just, they move around. They're rich. And they have a little system where they do have the towns, because they got everyone in the town holding on to their lucky rabbit's foot. Yeah, they gave them a lucky rabbit's foot. They gave them a special break. You get a discount here. You get free gas. You get hookers. You're in on the drug trade. You're in on the gambling numbers. Now you're part of the gambling circuit. Ooh. Now you're into this, there's this little scam that we got going behind these businesses, and there's a way to siphon off this money, and they get you into that. Any dirty pot they can get the world into, that's what the world became based on, because of secrecy, because of the Demoles, get them young, and the Key Club teaches them how to have secrets and get an advantage over their classmates, to where a guy you never saw at a party is named best all around. He wasn't hanging out with you at lunch. No. Where was this guy best all around? Best all around at what? In where? Hanging out with the teachers? In the teacher's lounge? That's also symbolic for the church, the teacher's lounge, the Pharisees, and the temple, and all the treasures that come with the politics, and all the islands and wealth of the world. So God brought his children right back here to LA. He also has you all over the world, and he has you right where he wants you. Now, if you don't feel you're in a good spot, then get up and move. But God says on that dark and cloudy day, no matter where you're at, fear no evil, he can get you. So there's no reason to run. Although you're welcome into the West, for there was the Grand Canyon, and these men broke it, these builders. They destroyed all the rivers. These are the men who built the dams, the great works, the road works, the highways. They shaped it. They shaped the Disneyland of America and kept things hidden. Kept the nature of the world hidden in history through lies. And so I met a girl from Africa, and my dad was stabbed in the heart. And I was led into a hexagon church in the LA River. And the man's name was MacArthur. Nothing has to do with this Alice in Wonderland thing. Disney had a hair lip, and it has to do with the rabbit, and the demole, and the mole, and the abnormality, because they tried to steal Christ's consciousness. by doing some dark magic, but they were deceived. And so that leads to the dark place of like Resident Evil, with crazy military ideas, with viruses and clones and weird weapons of war that don't belong anywhere in creation. And that's what you got for secrecy. In secret, you allow these people to build a war machine that's capable of wiping out everyone on the earth. And that's what they get for their secret. They made themselves, well, the mix and the max. Yeah, the mix and the max. The knick-knack paddywhacks. They made themselves also Nazis. They made themselves Eastern gurus, teachers. What have they taught the world? What have they taught you? Enough bad energy on these people. I gotta warn you about this, but it's a bitch. Alright. Plug that microphone in there. Okay. Alright, so people got into this quantum leap stuff. Yeah. They showed it in a television show, obviously. Quantum leap. And see that behind him there? That represents that. But do you believe that's a real thing? I don't. I believe that's a big piece of art. Like, remember that time Hal made that big painting? I think that's Hal's artwork right there. Yeah, I think that's Hal's artwork, and there's the artist. He's like, yeah, I work on this thing. It's basically just modern art. Yeah, it's basically just modern art. That's what it is. Make the funkiest looking Star Wars machine you can build. It doesn't do anything. No, it's just the biggest, like, waste project ever. It's just a big... It's just like an erector set. It's a big erection set. That's all it is. And then they have artists outside, and they build this stuff outside. They erect stuff outside. I think their real portal is this. Hey, it's Michael Cera. Remember what happened to him and This Is the End? Because they're supposed to be about God. And who knows, he judges their heart, but I think they got in this crazy other stuff. Yeah, I think they got in some other system, guys. I think they went into another system. Yeah. I think they went a little trippy red on this. Yeah, I think they went a little trippy red. And this is actually their CERN portal. That's actually their portal right there. That's where their time travel happens. That's who shows them their technologies. They meet with the Greys because they go a little spooky. Yeah, they go a little spooky. This guy looks like this guy who hangs out in my neighborhood. Yeah, he looks like this guy who hangs out in my neighborhood. Here's a peyote cactus. See? That portal right in the middle there. That's what makes them so concerned. They start tripping balls. Yeah, they start tripping balls. The natives knew about it long ago. Call it like a dream catcher. Yeah, same shape, same thing there. It's a dream catcher. So there's a whole lot of different beliefs with that stuff, but the ones that are into the science, they're just copying the natives basically, and they got on their shit and they made it all scientific, like they found the secret because they went into the spooky realm where Joe Rogan goes and met the elves and shit. So there was this game called What the Fuck. WHOTTHEFOK. Now they scrubbed it off the internet since they scrubbed my channel off the internet. Because I made videos about it showing the deck of cards. Now I can't even find the deck of cards. It was like a novelty thing, just like the Ouija board. The Ouija board's a satanic tool that Parker Brothers sold. Why did Parker Brothers sell us a satanic tool that's part of actual Satanism? I had one as a child, and we'd sit there moving our... You put your hands on the Ouija, and... Or I'm sure there's a name for the object. Yeah, you put your hand on the seer stone, and you become Joseph Smith, and he looks into his hat and plays Quantum Leap, because he was on peyote, you see. Only the Ouija board only works when you're on peyote. Yeah, it works really good when you're on hallucinogenic drugs. Oh shit, the monster comes in the room. You find yourself in the spaceship. Yes, you find yourself in the spaceship. The sheep show up. The sheep show up, you start counting them. Next thing you're at the doctor's office. He says, "You sure you're okay? You sure you're okay?" Anyway, it's gonna keep it lighthearted in that office, yeah. Look at the Cayman Islands. It's got a face on it. Town, Rum Point, West Bay. I wonder if there's any pirates that live over there. I wonder if the pirates of the Caribbean actually had something to do with piracy. See, if you squint, you can see that's like the road to infinity, because there's no curvature up or down. The road doesn't go like this. It doesn't go like that. It just goes like boom into a pyramid. And look, they even put a little floating capstone on it right there. Up there. So that's like your US dollar right there. That's how they make that pattern. That's what that pattern's based off of, yeah. Oh, look at, they got big turtles. But it looks like they want to be free. Yeah, they want to be free, those big turtles. They don't want to be in a pool so much. Nah, they want to be free in the ocean. And we want the ocean to be free of predators, of them. And we want to... the main predators that's putting our waste in the ocean, our toxic waste. And so that's what we want to stop. That's what you want to be concerned about. You don't want to be trying to, like... play Quantum Leap. Yeah, you don't need to be traveling into the future. No, we don't need you to travel into the future. To know that we're not supposed to put our shit in the ocean right now and put turtles in cages. Hey, look at that. They put the all-seeing eye on their peyote. Because it's the earthworm, the caterpillar. It's actually a worm that eats you from the inside out. You find yourself a little spooked out afterwards. Yeah, you find yourself a little spooked out. I swear that's the guy who sits around. Oh, I won't tell you where he's at. Let's do Michael Cera's numbers again. Yeah. He was holding that peyote cactus like it was part of him. He reminds me of Beck. Little Michael Cera. Confidence, Hidden One. Hellheimer. Life of Pi, P.I. Magnum P.I. Oh, Michael Cera. Hillside. King Rebecca. Caddo Indian. Never heard of that. Robert. Komara. What is Komara? Sometimes you gotta look up these weird ones. Yeah. It's a soccer man. Yeah, he's got a fan club. Look at him.